Yeah, come in.
Mr. Jones, hey, nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Spark, thanks for meeting with me today.
Not a problem. How are you?
Good. You mind if I set my laptop and things?
Go right ahead.
All right. So how you doing?
I'm hanging in there. Made a nice trip up here.
Yeah. Weather's pretty nice today. It's not, a little change from in the past.
I'd say so.
Did you happen to catch that Pacers game last night?
Oh yeah.
Game?
Oh yeah. I was watching every minute of it.
Oh, so you're a big fan.
Well, yeah, you could say that.
Good. All right. So, what do you know about the team this year?
Well, I do follow the team pretty closely. I know that they kind of re-signed all their core guys, the core starters, and they brought in some new faces. So I'm kind of excited just to at least see the direction the team's going.
Yeah,
this
absolutely.
year.
So you've been following, more than the average Pacer fan. Not too many people know that we're bringing people back. So that's cool. So I called you yesterday, and you said you were a little busy, so we were able to meet today. You said that you have purchased tickets from us before. Can you kind of tell me a little bit about that experience?
Yeah, I've in the past I've been a little bit more of a casual, modest fan. I'd buy some smaller ticket packages. Right when they were getting really good during the Reggie Miller golden years, I was on board full time. You could call me somewhat bandwagon-ish. I kind of fell off a little bit when the team had some of those down years, but I'm definitely excited to get back on board with the team for this year.
Good. We're glad that you are excited. We're excited too. We're gonna have last year we finished top 5 in the East. We look to bounce back on top of that as well.
Sure.
When you went to these games, where exactly did you sit? What kind of seats did you have?
I'm definitely not kind of a high roller like some folks, so I usually sit up in the balcony, but I like to sit close towards center court. So I can get a view from the whole angle of the entire court, see both sides pretty easily. And, I like to obviously sit as low or within the first few rows of those center court sections. Yeah, if I can.
Okay. All right. And how did you go about purchasing your tickets? Did you buy them from a friend? Did you come to the box office?
Yeah, usually, I did have some smaller packages way in the past, but lately I've just been... I'll either purchase tickets, like you said, online. I'll look for some good deals, or I just come to the box office that day. Usually, in the past, they haven't been selling out a ton of games, so it was fairly easy to get tickets, but I know that's changing now this year.
Yeah, absolutely. So, pretty much you just come, buy them from the box office, that's your exchange, and then you go and watch the game.
Yep.
All right, and this past season, how many games did you go to, do you know?
I'm... 4 or 5, probably.
4 to 5 games, okay. And was that seem like a decent amount for the season? Would you want to go to about that many again this year?
Yeah, I thought last year was definitely real exciting. Obviously, the team put together a few wins, so it was exciting. My schedule's somewhat hectic, so I'd say in that same neighborhood of games, 4 or 5 is about the right amount for me.
Okay. Yeah, awesome. And besides the Pacers, obviously, what are some other teams that you're a big fan of? Do you watch other teams when they're on ESPN, or if some teams came into play, what other teams would you really like to?
Sure. I gotta say, I do really like the Oklahoma City Thunder, just because I feel like they're kind of a small town team too, as well. They're building their team the way the Pacers are trying to through the draft and extending their contracts for their guys. So. I gravitate towards the Thunder. Obviously, I do enjoy watching the Heat play just because those are once-in-a-generation type of players. So,
really?
But for the most part, I'm pretty much just a Pacers fan, so I'll watch whoever they get to be.
Okay. Have you been following other teams around the league? And, with trades this year, LA just acquired Dwight Howard and Steve Nash, so they kind of got their own big three out there. Would the Lakers be a good team that you'd like to watch?
Oh, yeah, I definitely would say I'm interested, to say the least, to see how Nash and Kobe and Dwight Howard are all going to work together.
Oh, yeah.
So I know that'll be kind of a hot ticket, and I definitely wouldn't mind seeing that game as well.
Awesome. Well, Clarence, I've got something I think you might be interested in.
Okay.
We have a unique package that we offer. It's called a 6-game pack. And actually, one of the there's 2 packs, Pack A and Pack B, and one of them we actually have Miami and the Lakers involved. Those are normally what you're going to be called a premium price game. So if you just went and bought those tickets on your own, those are going to be a little bit higher than the normal ticket. But if you buy them together in the 6-game pack, it's going to be the regular base price ticket as every other game. So
Okay.
that might be something that you'd like to. There's another game pack that has your Oklahoma City Thunder. The Heat are on that one as well as some other big name teams. So since that being said, does this pack kind of interest you at all?
I would definitely say it looks like you hit on some of the really key opponents, some of the games that people are most likely going to want to come out to. Yeah, I gotta say though, I know that I like watching Boston, and I think they only come in here once this year, so I'd probably like to catch this game. I think maybe if I was going to do anything, it may be in this Pack A that has the Lakers and the Boston Celtics in it too.
Okay, all right. And you say if I was going to, what would prevent you from going ahead and purchasing that package today?
Well, a couple things. I am married, so I've got to kind of run things by the boss back at home, if you will. The wife kind of helps go in with those decisions. I'm not sure what she'd think if I just surprised her with that. But, I'd probably too have to just check and make sure, all these dates would be something that could kind of fit into my schedule. So, like I said, I'm kind of hectic sometimes.
Right.
So, as long as those kind of work, though, then it may be something I'd be interested in.
All right, that's completely understandable. Clarence, I'm looking right now, and you said earlier that you mentioned that you like or the balcony towards the middle center court.
Yeah, sure.
I've actually got 2 aisle seats available for you at section 224, which is right at mid-court.
Yeah.
If you can see right here, right at mid-court in the balcony. I got two seats right on the aisle available that if you just put $100 down deposit today on those, I can hold those for you and guarantee those seats for all 6 games for the season if you wanted to go ahead with that. Is that something that interests you at all?
So I could get those 2 aisle seats. I mean, are they pretty low? Like, are they in the first couple rows?
Yeah, they're actually, according to this, they're available, and it's the first couple. It's actually row 2 of 224, so it's actually real low.
And there's aisle seats right there too.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about passing over people, and you're right there on the aisle.
Right. So you say put down $100.
Yes.
I mean, that sounds good. Now, what's the total damage going to be looking like?
Well, it's actually right here, as you can see, it's going to be $168 per person, but that covers 6 games. And if you buy this today, we're actually going to give you the opening night for free, which if you come to that game, you're going to get a free T-shirt because it's going to be a gold out.
Mm-hmm.
And people are comparing the atmosphere of this team this year, what it was like back in the Reggie days. How you said you were with the team when Reggie was there, and the crowd was just into it. We're going to have a gold out this year. And it's going to be loud, and you're going to get a free T-shirt along with that free game. It's going to be $168 per person. So for you and your wife, is that normally who you go with? Or
Yeah, it'd be my wife, or if she can't make it, I'd bring a buddy of mine or something.
Right, okay. Yeah, so $168 per person gives you 7 games now, and the second row of 224. So, that being said, how does that sound for you?
I gotta say that does kind of sound pretty good. So, like you said, I wouldn't be paying like the premium top dollar prices for these games. It'll all be kind of roughly the same price per game.
Right. It's going to be, all one flat rate per game. And to tell you a little bit more about kind of some improvements that we're making in the stadium this year, if you're still kind of iffy, I know you said you sat up high, and for your price, that works fine for you, but it might be tough to see. We actually got, I don't know if you've heard, but we got a brand new scoreboard. It's going to be the best in the NBA.
Really?
Our old scoreboard was 9 feet by 16 feet, standard definition. This one's going to be 21 by 50 feet from one free throw line to the other. High definition. I'm sure you're familiar with the scoreboard with the Dallas Cowboys, what they have out in the stadium. It's being like compared to that type of scoreboard in a basketball atmosphere. So if you're, think you're not going to be able to see the court very well, you're going to be looking at it in a higher definition than actually you can get at your home, 1080p, where you're sitting. Also, we got a brand new audio system and 400 new flat screens all around, so you're not going to miss the game anywhere that you go in the field house.
I gotta say that was always one of the knocks that my wife had, is that it's sometimes hard for her to see, and she'd rather stay at home and watch TV.
Right, completely.
Maybe I'll tell her this is a TV that we couldn't even fit in our basement.
Yeah,
so
this
she's
knocks,
not going to miss that.
Yes, this knocks any other scoreboard out of the park. You're going to feel like you're at home. And you said earlier that you bought tickets. You just went to the ticket office, bought them, and then that was the deal.
Mhm.
Well, me, I can be your personal sales rep. If you buy these tickets from me, I'm actually going to come to where you're sitting during the game, ask how you are, if you like your seats, if there's anything that I can help you with. Have you had anything like that before with a previous ticket purchase?
I did used to have a smaller ticket package, but I don't know, the guys that used to be there seemed to just kind of be kind of laissez-faire. They'd make their sale and they'd be fine with it, and I'd maybe see them once or twice a season just to say, hey, but nothing real special. So I do think that would help, because at times too I've had problems with tickets and trying to pick up tickets at will call, and it was an issue without having anybody to kind of call or help get that clarified.
Right. So yeah, Clarence, I would come and I would make sure that everything is, how you want it there, because we want you to come back and watch more games, and if you aren't satisfied, then that's not going to happen. So, kind of to summarize, you like this 6-game package here. It's got a couple of the teams that you like, including some other ones that are some really good games. They're the premium games, but you're going to get them for the regular price. And we have this new high-definition scoreboard. So that being said, all of that together, would you want to go ahead and just buy the 6-game pack today?
So if roughly it'd be about $330 probably for 2 seats.
2 seats for 7 games, and if you went and tried to go to, say, the Miami game, if you just wanted to buy these just 1-by-1 games, and you went and you bought the game the day of, most likely that game's going to be sold out. The last couple seasons, these games have been sold out just because they're high demand teams. So you're going to be guaranteed a ticket, and it's going to be cheaper than if you went, because if it's sold out, you're going to go to StubHub or Craigslist or something, and people are going to spike their ticket prices for the high demand games. So really, you're saving money by buying all these tickets up front.
I gotcha. Well, so you said something about I could get those seats, or at least reserve those seats, if I were just to put down $100.
Yes.
And then I just need to have the rest paid up in full within a month or two, probably.
Actually, what we can do is we have a payment plan that you can make monthly payments. You don't have to just go home, tell the wife, say, I spent $300 on Pacer tickets today. You can actually space these out over monthly payment plans and pay a dollar amount, so that really it's not just one big lump sum that you have to do. So does a payment plan kind of sound like something that you might like to do?
Yeah, to be honest, I think $100 may be something I could get away with temporarily, just so maybe I could break the ice with my wife back at home and just kind of feel her out.
Yeah.
To be honest, like you said, I know that's where she likes to sit, and especially if we can get row 2 right on the aisle, I'd say let's just go ahead and do it. At least put down $100 and maybe hold those seats, and I'll see what kind of trouble I'll get in back at home and deal with that later.
I understand that. All right, Clarence, I appreciate it. We will. I'll have somebody from the finance department get a hold of you and take care of that, and we'll get your ticket shipped to you. And I look forward to seeing you on November 3rd for the opening game.
All right, fantastic. Well, thank you very much, Shane.
Thank you.